新游戏，音乐会不会太大声了？还是我耳机开太大？你发现模式是什么？几乎无敌，还有这种模式？这样还玩什么游戏？简单再简单不懂。困难吗？哎，之后还可以再改难度吗？反正先选普通好了。
Could you stand a little taller, just a tad?
Like this?
Yes, yes. The chin a tiny bit lower. Gaze a little more to the right. There! Now, hold the pose.
好，创建人物，性别男性、女性，选男性好了。有几个预设选项，我们快速的点一下吧。发型，那小辫子感觉不错。我们先眉毛太细了，还可以。发色，你选金色好了。金色，这样最金的、最淡的。再拉近距离看吗？眼睛颜色，蓝色好了。深一点还是在亮？发型呢？这种呢？应该看背后的对，我们应该大多时间会看背后。这个好了，直发，长直发，眉毛多一点吗？因为是金色的，细一点会有点太明显。发色几乎让我看不出来是。小声一点，我先看一下眉形。这两个选一个吧，粗细差不多，这个比较浓一点。然后，那我们再看一下，用金色的呢？这个看起来太淡了。几乎快要看不到眉毛了，要选这个吧。眼睛颜色蓝色，面部毛发，胡子，络腮胡，小胡子，那个小胡子好了。行呢，再绕一圈，这短发也不错，好吧，还是搞了，好，这样 OK 哈，面部发型都调过了，下一步，根据你的游戏风格选择自己的起始技能。听说这游戏玩魔法很简单，陷阱 跟火器，选这个好了。技术属性点，精准，念力，物理伤害，护甲伤害。 平衡，火器和炼金术，日记的力量，近战攻击最大生命值。那我选这个精准，天赋，魅力。 能点一个，制作武器和护甲升级，直觉，解锁情境对话选项，开锁，直觉吗？魅力，提升同伴战斗能力。 科学制作简单药剂，哦，好像可以选这个活力。工艺，工艺跟科学，一个是药剂、爆炸药品、武器和护甲升级。科学和工艺选一个好了。科学啊，来。 创建角色。
Just a few more minutes. You have such an incredibly singular face. That's a compliment, my lord, out of my mouth. Your particularity gives character.
You're still here?
We've nearly finished. Have you any more need of me, Master?
You haven't forgotten that we're setting sail today, have you?
Of course not.
Your cousin is nowhere to be found. I've searched the palace from cellars to attics. Your uncle is beside himself.
He was of a mind to paint the town last night. Don't worry, I shall track him down. Make care to your own preparations without wrinkling another frown. We'll meet you on the boat.
It's about time your cousin took account of the responsibilities awaiting him. He should go and inform the ambassadors of Teleme and the Bridge Alliance of his departure.
Have no fear, Master. I will go and see them in his name. I beg your pardon, but urgent matters call me away. Might we finish all this later?
Impossible, my lord. You are leaving with the tide, if what I've been told is correct.
I am sorry, sir. Truly, I must be going.
My lord, please, I beg you. Her Highness has personally requested I finish.
Thank you, cousin, for getting me out of that.
宫殿，跟母亲告别。 宫殿看起来蛮冷清的，这里。
Hey, green blood.
Kurt.
科特，
And so the day has finally come. My royal fledglings are leaving the nest.
Accompanied by their most loyal and tenacious master of arms.
As loyal as your goal.
Oh, enough with the cold mercenary. I know you like us.
是吧？傲娇啊。
Still hiding your men in the unsuspecting shadows of the greats of this world, I see.
Hey, our blades are the only thing keeping you dainties alive.
Kurt, I'm not in need of your protection. I'm no longer a child, you know.
Is that so? Well, let's see. Fight with honor!
攻击3次，主攻击跟次要攻击，踢，跟砍，好，攻击3次，防御怎么办？Shift 闪避，右键格挡，适合的时机可以反击。哦，正式开打了吗？锁定目标，按错键了。将药剂板子暂停， 战术界面，可以更多了解敌人讯息。药剂绑定。我是锁定了哦。现在治疗，你在等我。哦，有点慢。哎呦！我闪住了！哎呦，踢了之后马上接一个砍。他攻击速度也太快了吧，我都没有空档可以攻击他。啊！闪避，好，好了，砍他都被有硬直啊！哎呦，哎呦，哎呦，好痛啊！
Me who thought myself a competent weapons master.
It's becoming a little hard to believe.
Don't add insult to injury. This is humiliating enough. We'll need to get you through the basics, or you risk getting your feathers plucked at the first sign of trouble.
That could definitely come in handy.
In that case, Otto here is going to be your training partner. Go! Fight with honor!
火器，消耗弹药。 技巧，哦，是要选定是吧？武器，2好了，药剂，行动，灯，好，射击2次，物理护甲等级。 吸收部分伤害，杂击武器或陷阱，魔法攻击无视护甲，这么好。击穿对手的护甲，设置陷阱。你的这个啊，我应该要调一下按键才对。这整排数字键有点难。元素陷阱，来5吧。 哎呦，喂，等一下啦！你是要教学吗？来，武器额外伤害失去平衡。填满第一格时，双手出现视觉效果，按下 Q。有吗？有吗？还没。 等一下哦！哎，我的陷阱还在。好，使用怒气，有点强吗？周期武器 X。啊。
It appears we've brushed up on the basics.
It does, and I'd like to be on my way. I've quite the list of things to do before we depart.
Indeed. Remember that you can always train in our barracks on the island if you're feeling rusty.
Are your bags packed for the great departure?
Yes, you know I get by with very little. You're not angry that I'm coming with you, I hope.
抱怨，开
On
心
the。contrary, I'm thrilled that both you and Sir de Corsilion are joining our party. A few friends at your side in unknown territory is a boon.
Ah, so the old goat is coming too. And there I was thinking I would die of boredom on the trip. By the way, where is our future governor hiding? I was hoping to put his skills to the test as well.
I have no idea. He had plans to celebrate his departure last night, and we haven't seen him since. You know Constantine. I should have gone with him, but my heart wasn't in the mood for celebration. The thought of bidding my mother farewell.
It is never easy to say goodbye. But you should be going to see her now. She must be waiting for you. I'll meet you in front of the palace. Then we'll go and find Constantine together.
Very well. I'll meet you as soon as I've said my goodbyes.
What is this? Have you not been taught to knock? I've asked 1,000 times. Oh, it's you, my dear child.
Mother, I'm sorry. I'm having trouble getting used to your condition.
Come now, let's speak of more pleasant things. I'm so very happy to hear your voice. You remind me so much of your father. I do miss him so. Today is the big day, isn't it? Ready to set sail for that island everyone's talking about.
Yes, but the idea of leaving you behind, alone and ill...
Dying, my child. Alas, there is nothing you can do by staying that would ease my suffering. One thing brings me cheer. They say the island is full of miracles, and we might find a cure.
Even if I were to find it, I would never be able to return in time to...
I know. But it brings me comfort to know my son has left on a mission to heal his people. Come now. It is time for you to take leave. Here, take this with you.
What is it?
A family heirloom. Something that... Take it and keep it with you. May it bring you good luck. All my blessings go with you, my child. Now, be off.
图鉴，萨尔代先生，这是我们了。奥尔塞亲王，康斯坦丁，我们的主角的堂弟，也是。我们要前往那座小岛的新总督是吧？亲王的妹妹，我们的养母不是亲生的，罹患了血疫病。布希伦先生，这是一个学士是吧？科特，钱币守卫团，武器导师，能保护你和你的堂弟，感情像哥哥一般。哦。亚凯恩大陆、希瑞、港口城市、商团、仓团、背包、母亲的礼物、炼金术自己，这就是陷阱。好，冲刺行走。跟科特会面。
Kurt?
Sorry, Greenblood. Look, we can see the masts of the ship
为什么要
that'll be
叫我
taking
绿
us.
血啊？
This is one sacred adventure we're embarking on.
I hope this island will keep its promises.
In order to know that, we'll need to find Constantine first.
You're right. Maybe he's already at the port. He was so eager to leave.
This will be quite the chore to finish before our departure. The commander wants to recover some merchandise from our supplier, but the transporter doesn't want to deliver. I did all I could to persuade. Nothing came of it. All the parliamenting fatigues me. But this is your domain. I wouldn't say no to a little help.
Of course. Where is the supplier?
In the lower boroughs, near the port.
Right then. We'll put it on our list of visits.
各自同伴，确认 ，OK。钱币守卫团的货物，按下中键跟
Where
随。
would you like to begin?
I've been asked to pay visits to the ambassadors of Thélème and the Bridge Alliance before our departure. Their dwellings are not far from here. We could go there first.
Very well. Do you think Constantine will be waiting for us next to the ship?
I don't know, but it's certainly worthy of inspection.
锦缎区。喂，为什么在大街上打起来？你们这边治安那么危险？OK， 哎呀，安全。哦，厚手套可以捡到一些装备，钱币。我觉得大街在街上就有人，我不是贵族吗？怎么突然攻击贵族？哦，好多东西哦，有些防御比较高的装甲可以穿一下。这边是死路是吧？就在那边打宝的。我看一下，老旧刺绣上衣，手套呢？哦，有特性元素抗性工艺，工匠手套。武器，诶，我2把武器哦。目前装的2个比较攻击比较高。我怎么换武器啊？然后我打完之后血量还会维持着，会自动回血。山楂，看地图。我就尽量到处钻、到处探索好了。日记。血疫病，浑身无力。我又有敌人。喂，没看到他攻击。还有吗？打完了。所以目前近战，哦呦，这比较强哎，大家可以装备一下。因为近战来看的话，好像以反击流是比较安全保险的。还是要看武器，如果对方拿重武器，我是不是没办法反击？那是刚才另一条路，可以捡东西。我是贵族吗？为什么要在街上捡东西呢？近战武器，不能装，哦，需要敏捷。原来如此，所以武器还要看你的属性。敏捷药剂提高所有动作的速度，无数伤害。陷阱也有不同分类别哦，不同属性或攻击效果。 那个任务，红衣主教。
Good day, Excellency.
Sir de Sade, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I have come to inform you that my cousin Constantine and I are departing for Tirfredi on the hour.
Ah, yes. I did indeed hear talk that you had both received callings of greater stature. Allow me to congratulate you. Were you not named legate of the congregation?
You are correct, Excellency. I thank you.
It is a station of great honor that I am sure you will fill with brio and panache. The Mother Cardinal Cornelia will be enchanted to work with you, and your cousin in the future. I only regret that your departure is so sudden.
Really?
To be entirely honest with you, I was hoping to solicit your help in a rather delicate matter.
Tell me more about it. And perhaps I can take care of your problem before my departure.
Very well. A small group of dangerous heretics has found refuge in Serene. We know that your uncle tolerates the presence of all pagans within the city walls. But these particular non-believers threaten the fragile harmony of this place. We would consider it a tremendous favor if you would arrest them and deliver them to our guard.
Heresy is not a crime in Serene. You do know that. But I'm sure my uncle would hear your arguments. Why call on my intervention?
The prince would indeed give us his blessing. But it would take time. Far too much time. For according to our sources, these fugitives have already made contact with a smuggler to take them who knows where.
I see. You're hoping that I'll be able to do something before they make it to an enemy city. If your heretics are planning on boarding a ship, then they must be in the dockyards. I'll look into this and see what I can do.
异教徒大捕杀任务，找到走失者，询问关于泰勒玛。
Could you tell me anything about Thélème?
It would be a pleasure. As you already know, our glorious nation is guided by our faith. We follow the teachings of Matthias, our founder and greatest prophet, and give thanks each day to the Luminous for having gifted us magic. The high dignitaries of Thélème are at the same time our spiritual guides, advocates, and grand mages.
I've heard say that dissensions have appeared recently in your nation.
Ah, you must certainly be speaking about the debates that have divided the Ordo Luminous and the more political orders. The Lord Luminous has an extremely pure vision of our faith, and applies the words of our saint very strictly. But other, more open-minded factions exist within our nation. They believe that a less rigid dialectic would attract souls more readily to our faith. But their differences are purely theoretical, and do not threaten the cohesion of our nation, I assure you.
为什么讲的听起来那么可疑啊？与商团的关系。
What's your point of view on the relations between our two nations?
As ambassador of Thélème, I can only rejoice
贸易
at the
条约
mention of our commercial treaties. We appreciate as well the welcome that your uncle gave to our missionaries. Thanks to your support, more and more believers wander your lands. The congregation is our most precious ally. To be perfectly honest, we have only two complaints. That heresy is tolerated, and that your treaties with the Bridge Alliance are maintained.
侨盟。泰勒玛在蒂尔弗拉迪的地位。
How is Thélème faring on Tirfredi?
We built a marvelous city, San Matthias, on the western coast
蒂尔
of
弗
the
拉提
island.
是我们要去那个岛吗？
Did you know that certain historians believe that it might well have been the final resting place of our prophet? Our missionaries there are a multitude. Not a day passes without new islanders joining our sacred faith. Of course, there are certain pockets of resistance. There is talk of a demonic cult. Disgusting creatures. But I am confident that the Ordo Luminous will be able to put an end to these horrors. And we have tremendous hopes that the entire native population will join our ranks.
他们与侨盟的关系。
How goes the conflict with the Bridge Alliance?
Your territory is, alas, the only one that has been spared from the ravages of war on the continent. We fight on every front. Without great success, one must say. But what other choice do we have? These so-called savants not only refuse the light, but are determined in their fight against it.
And on Tirfredi?
To my knowledge, no one has yet seen any serious fighting. The Bridge have succeeded in provoking the natives there, and have their hands full keeping them at bay. Which leaves us greater latitude to settle peacefully and pursue our mission of conversion.
所以一个是宗教，一个是科学的东西。教派，不能叫教派，团体的。
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you, Desade.
他讲话好慢哦。看一下，有这方面的找到的笔记、素材。商团，我们是商团，然后泰勒玛是宗教的，所以3个势力。商团、泰勒玛，还有刚刚提到的侨盟，都去那座岛上。跃上去吗？不行，有空气墙。然后再来我们要去这个任务，侨盟的特使。里面是主打炼金科技的是吗？萨星大使。
Your Excellency.
Lord Desade, I have been told that you were named legate. Congratulations. Those are great responsibilities for someone as young as yourself. But you will bring honor upon your family and the congregation. Of that I'm certain.
I thank you, Excellency. I've come here to inform you of our departure for Tirfredi. My cousin Constantine is about to take up office as governor of New Serene, and I'm accompanying him.
I had no idea you would be leaving so quickly. What a shame. I had thought... Well, then, that is a pity. Have a pleasant voyage. A brilliant future awaits you. They say that it is a marvelous island. Please convey to your cousin my congratulations and sincere wishes for success.
You seem slightly hesitant. Please, tell me what troubles you.
A rather unscrupulous individual has been sowing trouble in Serene. A charlatan passing himself off as an alchemist.
Do people actually give credence to these lies?
Alas, yes. They snatch up his celebrated panacea. Remedies worse than the ill, believe me. As you can well imagine, alchemists are our pride. This vulgar trickster casts dirt upon their reputation and our own at the same time. In any city of the Bridge Alliance, we would have arrested him. But here, we respect your laws.
I shall see what I can do, but make no promises. My departure is imminent.
I thank you, Excellency. And I am pleased to see you have taken so well to your new functions of diplomacy. The man operates in the city center. He is said to be clever and mean. Be careful.
我一样可以问话，侨盟
Would you
了
be
解一
so
下。
kind as to tell me what you know about the Bridge Alliance?
With pleasure. A legate needs to know the history and strengths of his allies. The alliance was sealed by several nations of the Bridge around 200 years ago. The greatest of our cities, Al-Saad, became the capital, and a council formed from the different nations now rules. This union was originally put into place to better resist the appetites for conquering our neighbors. But our ancestors quickly realized that the union had also strengthened us economically and culturally. And of course, exchanges in knowledge were strongly encouraged from the outset. Today, it is by no means an overstatement to claim that the Bridge Alliance leads our world in science and exploration. Each day, we push the limits of our understanding further in each and every domain.
Could you give me your understanding of the relations between the congregation and the bridge?
Our relations hang essentially on the quality of our trade and commerce. The exchanges are very profitable, especially on the cultural front. I will not hide from you that we have hoped you would join our number for quite some time. But your princes insist on maintaining a neutral stance between the congregation and the other nations on the continent. It is by all means a respectable position, even if it means you also trade with our enemies.
商团是中立的，从名字来说，商团就是专注在商业贸易是吧？所以不想与人树敌，能赚钱就好，是吗？伊尔弗拉迪。
The Bridge Alliance has been on Tirfredi for much longer than we have. What can you tell me?
It is true that we founded Hikmet, our newest city, around 15 years ago now. Alas, I haven't been able to go there myself. I can only tell you what others have reported to me. It is a luxurious island. An enormous dead volcano thrones in its center. The vegetation is extremely varied, and the fauna wondrous. We discovered animals that we had never ever seen before. Some are bigger than houses. But they're not the only occupants of the island. A savage and crude people also live there, who speak an incomprehensible language. But you shall discover all of this for yourself soon enough.
他们与泰勒玛之间的关系。
And what of your war with Thélème?
It has been dragging on. In fact, it has been dragging on for years. It is madness. If those bigots hadn't gotten it in their heads to convert the entire continent, we wouldn't be in this situation. But that's the way of the world. We shall not waver, whether here or on Tirfredi.
Have you been fighting battles there as well?
From what I've been told, Thélème has wisely and tastefully built their colony far from our city. Direct conflicts are in fact quite rare. But one day they will inevitably take place.
所以他们的关系有这么糟糕哦？
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lord de Sade.
好，大概了解了一下派系，3个派系。好，我们就是中间的嘛，商团。好，再来的任务是什么？任务主线要去港口，支线的话，你看一下啊，这是世界地图图鉴乔蒙。小地图，物品栏，点数，哦，这是我们的个人资料。这边有关系，队友的关系，怀疑，我们不是一起长大的吗？为什么怀疑我？商团友善，我会跟商团处不好吗？我不就是商团的人吗？乔蒙、泰勒玛、钱币守卫团、航海团、土著人。技能、防御，这个东西什么？防御跟技巧，这可以提升的是吗？然后我现在，背包、健康药剂、敏捷药剂， 我现在可以吃个药吗？我觉得我现在血量有点少。你看到记了3个，补个血量，好。我们来找个支线任务做吧，还是我们先去港口了？先去港口吧。有商人了。
Welcome. It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to your liking? What might I help you with?
购买近战武器、火器。看一下这边的200块上下，我现在多少？21块，我好穷哦。服装跟武器，衣服比较贵啊。那这些呢？陷阱，陷阱很贵哎。材料，好，大概了解了。座台吗？工作台。工艺允许升级自己的武器和护甲。科学可以制造药剂和陷阱。还需要原料。工作台可以升级我的武器。消耗品。要材料跟科学等级2。科学等级1，有任务物品。好。我应该尽量自己做啦。那我觉得应该也蛮好打，蛮好用打的来调装备的。那自己做应该是更划算一些。
Lively there, lads and lasses! I promised the merchants and their prince we'd be off before the tide. You, man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life. There are some children we'd been best to refuse.
Captain Vasco.
And you are?
I'm de Sardet, the prince's nephew. If all is in order, we will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship, not a boat.
Apologies.
Apologies for my asking, but the young governor isn't with you.
He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him before departure.
I hope nothing's happened to him or he hasn't changed his mind. The tide does not wait.
Perhaps he simply celebrated his imminent departure with a little too much enthusiasm. Is everything ready?
We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not present himself before the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation. He's only a cabin boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure. Like another I know.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy drink. And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. No, I fear something bad has happened to him. Might I ask you, if you hear anything, could you report it to me? I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
Oh, you 他每个人都要给任务，派任务给我就是了。然后可以问他的客舱侍者、异教徒康斯坦丁缺席的事，询问关于航海团、
We are
工会。
masters of the oceans. Our ships can sail where no others dare.
Thanks to your magic, so I've heard.
魔法
How do you become a Nord?
Our magic, yes, that only the Nords master. As for your question, any child born on one of our ships is sea-born. He is a Nord from birth. Others are sea-gifted, joining the Nords for different reasons, often from a young age. It's how the guild is made and maintains its numbers.
Could you tell me anything about our destination? The island of Tirfredi?
It is a magnificent place. Wild. Spared from your wars and your mines, for now. The natives have a relationship with their land and consider it sacred. They're a very friendly people, welcoming, that will appear to you
友善。
strangely familiar. I've also heard that there are a great many exotic creatures, some enormous. But I wouldn't know what else to tell you. I've never strayed far from the ports.
所以每一个势力对于当地的土著有不同看法，是吧？
What do you think of our port?
Are you referring to this one? It is the biggest high seas port on the continent.
公海
Thanks to
港
your
口。
prince, even though it remains part of your city, it holds a particular status for us Nords. Certain zones are owned completely by us, and maritime law holds office. It's a good port. Were it not for the Malachor, it would be a pleasant place to dock.
哦，他说有些地方属于他们的，哦，所以算是一个很公共的港口咯。但是我们亲王的领地，但他们在这边也有他们自己的地方可以管理。
You haven't heard anything about my cousin by chance, have you? To be honest, we were hoping to find him here.
Did you say he was intending on celebrating his departure? My men spoke of a rather animated party that went down at the Coin Tavern, but I haven't heard
钱
anything
币
else.
守卫团酒馆
That isn't the safest place in the city. I hope nothing has happened to him.
Let's go and find him. Thank you, Captain.
Happy to be of some help.
异教徒，
Have you seen anyone wandering about?
这是我们
Suspicious
另一个
looking.
支线任务。
Maybe clandestine passengers.
Take a look around. There are far too many comings and goings to spot possible stowaways. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, I pay no attention to them. That said, we did catch ourselves a smuggler just a while ago.
A smuggler. Maybe he could be of some use. Where could I find him?
In the port jails, not far from the warehouses. May I ask you, why the sudden interest in smugglers and the odd stowaway?
不告诉他，告诉他，说
A couple of heretics are planning on leaving Serene. The ambassador of Teleme has entrusted me with the job of capturing them.
Happy to see that you trust me enough to seek my counsel in the affair. Just so happens that I heard someone talking about the couple. The Cardinal's men are far from discreet. They're making quite some ruckus, asking to search our warehouses. We of course refused entry. Only the Nords have access. I'm sorry, Your Excellency, but I'm certain your potential stowaways aren't far. But we won't allow you to make a search to grab them. Not officially, at least.
What do you mean?
That discretion and malice
暗示
are
暗示。
often more useful than titles and words.
那他不会，他没有说直接帮我，可这暗示我可以怎么做。哦，关于你的客舱侍者呢？
When did you see your
了
cabin
解一
boy
下
for the
你给我
last
的任务
time?
是什么？
It's been 2 days since I've had any news at all. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have free shore leave when we're at dock. But the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor must be present on the ship.
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Nords, you mean? I don't think so, but it's difficult to be sure.
This Jonas. Does he have any close friends amongst the crew?
In tradition, we are all members of the same family. But yes, there would be Flavio and Laura.
Might I have a word with them?
As you wish, you'll find them over there, in port.
哦，能
Be
问
back
的
soon, Captain.
问完了。
We need to have a word with that people smuggler the sailor mentioned.
He's a captain, Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
走私犯。那我们先，主线是要找到康斯坦丁的位置。岩壁守卫团这边，我们应该先去看一下，了解一下这个任务要做什么。健康药剂、弹药。这个游戏的火枪是很有优势的，有弹药也不错。
Good day, good sir. How might I be of service?
You can start by explaining to me why you refused to honor the orders agreed upon with the guard.
There's been a misunderstanding, sir. Of course we're ready to
他
honor
也
the
染上血
orders.
疫病了。
In fact, I've already had a word with your master at arms.
They're asking that we pay again, despite having already paid.
It's just that the price has gone up since. I've nothing to do with it.
This is inadmissible. If you agree on a sum, you need to honor that agreement.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm just an agent. And I'm only obeying orders.
询问其他商人更多指令。
Your master has apparently asked you to demand a second payment for this merchandise.
That's right. He told me that their attendant seemed to be hiding something when he passed the order. And so he must have thought the guard would end up paying in the end, whatever he asked for.
I'll be damned. And I'm the one they've sent to settle the affair.
Sorry, Captain, it's nothing personal. I'm only following orders.
Following orders. Yeah, we hear you. Makes one wonder which one of the two of us is a coin guard.
Why don't we go and solicit other suppliers, Kurt?
When we've already paid for the merchandise? If these thieves agree to reimburse the original payment, it's what we do immediately. And do know, in the future, we won't be shopping with them. Well, I should think not.
This whole story sounds suspicious and stinks of a scandal. You're demanding a second payment but refuse to reimburse the one that was already made.
I'm not the one demanding nor refusing. It's my master.
This stubborn fool is pushing me to madness. You understand now why I'm asking for your help?
非常标准的流程哦。店员就说：“这是上面说的，我不知道，去问上头的人。”哦，哎，我们可以用一些我们的本身的属性，威胁、行贿，叫直觉、魅力，坐牢威胁他，威胁是魅力吗？对吧？
I don't think you understand who
他有
you're dealing with.
50%。
Perhaps I failed to present myself properly. Lord de Sardet, nephew of the Prince d'Orsay and legate of the Congregation of Merchants. During our conversation, you explained to me that your master forced you to commit a crime. That's regrettable, especially as you will be considered his accomplice in extortion, theft. You know as well as I that the congregation does not tolerate such illegal activities.
But I'm only obeying orders.
That is a shame. Well, as orders are the only language you seem to understand, I order you to return the guard the merchandise, without delay. Unless you'd rather your master is hung and that you finish your days in prison.
As you request, my lord. I shall go immediately and ask that these crates be delivered to the attendant.
Now that's a wise decision.
Thank you. I was beginning to think this would never end. You're certainly honoring your new title. Bravo! The quartermaster must be expecting us.
毕竟他们就是违约在先嘛。
Don't you worry now. You'll get your merchandise.
我们可以用我们的权力去压他们。哎呦，敌人！有3个。我防御科特的攻击。后面那个火枪的。等一下视角不太好，行。哎，我先打这个拿火枪的。要血好多，要后。 喂，给他装填。好，打完了吗？工匠腿甲，毒素抗性。强盗帽子，等一下，腿甲可以换一个吧？舒适靴子。 换上去武器呢？有攻击更强的。看地图，钱币守卫团。那这个钱币守卫团，这个什么样的团体啊？诶，我就是那个炼金术士嘛。
the absolute cure of everything. Toothache, stomach ailment, and even an open wound. This potion heals all of that. And more still. This little phial is the product of years of research and intensive labor. I hear you asking if this remedy can heal one from the Malachor. Alas, not yet. But your question is legitimate. I am so close to finding the cure.
才不行，那就不能叫万灵药了。
Isn't the only ailment causing you to suffer? Not true? Then don't miss out on this chance and give yourself a healthy and energized life. Rejoice! A phial only costs a few coins, and well worth it to make your life shiny and new again.
Does it really heal everything, your potion?
Everything. Absolutely everything. Except the Malachor, of course. That being said, it is known that those in top health resist the Malachor best of all. Then don't throw away this chance. Think of all the pains that this potion could help you avoid.
You are right. It's a deal. I'm gonna take two.
There's a man that knows a good deal when he sees one. Hurry now. There won't be enough for everyone.
There he is. He's our man, no doubt.
His speech is well polished. I even feel like buying some.
And if we had a word with him, I wonder if he'll serve us the same routine.
直接过去吗？交谈，揭穿他。
You're finally tempted.
In all honesty, I haven't made up my mind yet. I want to be certain that I'm not dealing with a charlatan.
In this day and age, I can't blame you. What might I do to convince you?
副作用。
Are there any nasty side effects with this remedy of yours?
There are none. You will feel nothing but an intense sense of well-being.
展示一下。
Will you drink one of your potions to prove your good faith?
Of course. I take a little sip every morning. But
还要每天
as
喝
I'm
哦。
in perfect health, you won't be able to verify the improvement in my condition. But if it helps you make up your mind, give me just a moment. There now. As you see, I am still in excellent condition.
Come on now, I saw you take that vial out of your pocket. Nothing proves that it's the same potion that you sell to your clients.
As a man of science, I consider skepticism a remarkable quality. But in your case, it is not skepticism, but blindness.
We need to steal one of these potions and force him to drink it.
Brilliant idea, Kurt. Let's take a look at his cart.
要偷他东西，是这样做事的。这里吗？实验结果：患者观察记录。真正的炼金术士却十分博学。坏灯！突然开打了！哎呦！防御范围是每一个角度都可以防吗？好像可以。从侧面来也可以。那我从背后来，敌人从背后攻击我，我挡得住吗？哎呦！等一下。那个音效、音乐，这样，我也没按到确定。音效、音乐，这样。好，捡东西。升等了。酒馆老板，联盟炼金术士。他是联盟的人，对啊，炼金术士都是联盟来的吧？这里还有东西吗？箱子、弹药、帽子、匕首、 敏捷1才行。来点一些技能吧。哦，说分开来的属性点数，那怎么样才能拿到属性点数啊？天赋点数分了3种，啊，这是技能。点数2解锁第一个。那我们开局是术士，所以左侧这边的绿色这边就可以点单手剑。火器的伤害，避时瞬间放陷阱，使用来福枪而非手枪。我说我们要拿长枪也要点技能啊。武器上使用附魔是吧？这个呢，投掷，单手武器伤害。允许使用双手剑，单手重武器。我还分得蛮细的，你要拿什么样的武器类型，限制都很多。你看一下这一条，加伤害，加叠半，护甲伤害。那这两者中间是什么？翻滚，2次闪。快速2次使用闪避，怒气值。这边呢，这是魔法的。我觉得我可以看一下陷阱，有人想要先把陷阱点起来，我可以跟敌人保持距离，又可以有效的攻击。回收材料。瞬间放陷阱，你点这个吧，减少我们可能被攻击的，因为放陷阱被攻击的空档。似乎这游戏的存档要手动保存。以前栏位是我之前开起来测试用的。好。Alright.
Have you finally made up your mind?
I happen to have a vial of your medicine. Would you be willing to drink it in front of us, to prove that there is no risk?
This bullying is trying my patience. I'm beginning to suspect that you might be working for a rival.
You refuse to taste it?
You might have put something in it to cause me harm or further disgrace.
No, look. The vial is still sealed. It comes straight from your stock.
And you dare challenge me when you have just admitted to being a thief?
Come now.
我为什么要偷的？你就现场买，然后叫他喝就好了。
Your vial, so that you might drink it in front of witnesses. This might help to dissipate my doubts, as well as those of these brave folk.
Yes, no, You don't have the right.
Damnation! He got away.
逃
He
跑
can't
了，
have gone far.
所以真的有问题咯。
Before his head ends up on a spike.
Think back to the note that we found. We need to take a look at the tavern. He won't leave the city without his belongings.
有些房子上面画个叉叉什么意思？哦哟，有路牌可以看。这是酒馆。康斯坦丁昨天也在这里，不是吗？你随便拿人家桌上的钱，这样没问题吗？我画还挺好看的。完成任务，多种不同的方式完成任务。大尔代身怀多种记忆。主角蛮厉害的，身怀绝技。
Good day, tavern keeper.
Good day to you. What is your pleasure?
I'm looking for my cousin. His name is Constantine. I believe he was intent on celebrating his departure last night.
There was indeed a party here last night, but it ended badly.
Whatever do you mean?
A brawl broke out. My tavern was shattered, and no one's paid for the damages.
I'm sorry. Amongst the rebel rousers, did there happen to be a young man? 20 years of age, hair down to his neck, Light brown, blue eyes, quite the talker.
I don't believe it. Of course he was there. He's the man that started the fight. I hope you've come to reimburse me. Don't count on me to help you if that's not the case.
What kind of damage are we talking about exactly?
A good half of my furniture was broken into firewood. I piled up the lot over there.
Let me take a look. Perhaps it can be repaired.
If you can fix it, I'd be obliged. If not, you'll need to pay.
赔钱，或者是这样修复金属暗损。我们先不急着修，不急着付钱呢。
I need to think about my options.
Oh, the father has forgotten to give his son his allowance, it would seem.
I need to be off. Farewell.
啊，还可以问一些话啦。让我先看一下这个吗？坏掉的。
The furniture is in terrible condition. The fight must have been extremely violent.
It looks as if it's fixable. I've seen worse. We'll need to build some metal dowels, but once done, we can make them like new.
我们需要一些材料，我可以自己制作的吗？
Well then, were you able to repair it all?
No, I haven't been able to sort them out.
In that case, you need to pay me, sir.
先等一下，问一些生
How
意
is business going these days?
了解真的状况吗？
We've not seen many new customers, but of late things are looking better. The Malicor and the neighbouring wars have dampened commerce. The epidemic still rages, but the possibility of finding a cure on that island has given people something to hope for. Now that we have a city there, quite a few seafarers come by to spend their wages.
哇，所以还是虽然疫情挺严重，他的酒馆还是经营得下去。
Has the Malicor really put a damper on your business?
More than a damper. They were soaked. When the sickness began to spread, a wave of panic followed in its wake. People stopped going out of their homes. They were afraid. I was close to closing shop, I tell you. And then, thankfully, the alchemists of the bridge said that you couldn't just catch it like that. People are still distrustful, as is their nature, but they are leaving home again. It's a start. I also lost quite a few regular customers. Dead or too scared to venture back. Oh, but that's nothing new to you. The city would have sunk in the water if not for trade with the new isle.
With all these sailors coming and going, you must have heard some stories about Tirfredi.
Right. Even stories that my heaviest drinkers would have trouble believing. They say that man-trees live there. Dragons and gigantic creatures. Treasure abounds under every rock. And the source of eternal life is hidden somewhere there. Last night, some Nauts even told me they brought back one of those giant beasts into the port. Ah, but you know the kind. If you ask my opinion, the drink was fueling their imaginations.
通常游戏里的胡说八道都是真的。
I need to be off.
Goodbye.
好，那1个小时，玩了1个小时，稍微休息一下下。 好，休息完了，回来。楼下什么东西吗？钱。没什么。好，这里是酒馆。然后看一下那个炼金术士，就是在这边，这是什么？金属暗损，刚好这边可以找到。他们后面厨房，开锁跟钥匙，我们没有开锁等级，这边到等级2。上面呢？嗨，你在这里啊？那可以等一下吗？都不用敲门的，可以看一下这里还有什么地方可以探索的啊？随随便便就捡到钥匙了，这是勇者的行为。开锁等级1，开不了。有东西吗？这有快速储存按钮吗？有，一样 F5。你在打包行李了吗？这可以看吗？你离开研究之后，形势每况愈下。你指控的那些人仿佛不受约束一般可疑的实验。所以他算是比较正派的人吗？了解一下状况。
What are you doing in my room?
I'm not the only one that has found you. Have you seen the mob that is gathering in the street?
I'm neither deaf nor blind. By the spheres. Why didn't I leave the city while there was still time?
The Alliance ambassador is quite unsettled by your commerce, and he is the one who sent me.
Sahin? Him again. Ruining my career wasn't enough for him. He's the very reason I had to leave the Alliance. And here I am, playing the part of the potion maker. Me, who was once a respected member of the Academy of Al-Sad.
Dr. Sahin warned me that you were an imposter.
That doesn't surprise me, coming from him. I was a master alchemist. I understand if you don't believe me after all that, but I have a number of documents to prove it. I would still be one if Sahin hadn't set off a chain of machinations to disgrace me.
Why does Sahin bear you such hatred?
I wasn't fortunate enough to oppose certain great minds of the Academy. To criticize their methodology. I saw them inflicting torture on sick prisoners. Making them drink the most vile poisons. To find a remedy to the Malachor they won't hesitate to kill. I could not keep my silence.
It is for an act of courage that you fell from grace and earned Sahin's hatred. Are you not ashamed to have poisoned those poor souls?
These potions are not harmful. That is to say that they don't contain any harmful ingredients.
But you could just as easily produce real healing potions. So why don't you?
You don't understand. I fled. But I haven't put a stop to my own research. This potion is an attempt to create in those who drink it a resistance to the Malachor.
So you manipulate people to use as experimental fodder? That is completely unethical.
I don't have a choice, but it does not harm them, I assure you.
If this potion were inoffensive, then why wouldn't you drink it when I offered it to you?
I ran tests on myself for such a long time that I ended up becoming intolerant to it. A small sip of this mixture provokes in me now a violent reaction. The mob would have been furious in any case, but a normal dose, I assure you, is without risk.
Your methods don't seem so different than those of your colleagues.
I don't torture people. And this potion only has side effects in high doses.
Perhaps, but you're hurting innocents. I cannot let your commerce continue.
So, What are you going to do with me, sir?
帮助他逮捕他。帮好
I'm
了。
going to help you leave the city, but you must promise never to return.
I swear it.
Very well then. I need to first get you away from those who want to see you hanged.
If we can't find a way to sneak out of here discreetly, we will have to confront the populace.
I haven't lost hope that I'll be able to help them hear reason.
It would be better if I remain hidden while waiting.
协商。等一下，我们的任务点一下。这个愤怒的群众协商。然后我拿到仓库的钥匙吧，看一下可不可以开。骑士。
The servant's door. The lock's double bolted.
储藏室的钥匙开了。哦，有了另一把钥匙。哎，那我可以锁门了。不是锁门，我可以修那个桌子了。
Let's go and find the alchemist. We need to get him out of here as fast as we can.
这样就可以到外面了。被丢弃的信。书店。书店里有东西是吗？哦，我们可以去看一下。嘿嘿。他留给自己家人的东西，结果被我们抢走。与愤怒的群众协商。这看起来不像群众啊，感觉就是很有攻击性的人啊。
Please listen, I beg you.
If you want him to reimburse you, get in the back of the line like everyone else.
Believe me, I understand why you're angry.
Me? It's not money I want. That charlatan tried to poison us. I couldn't give a flying pile of dung for your pretty words. We're gonna hang him high. And you too, if you're an accomplice.
How absurd! I'm the one who put an end to his operation.
Well, in that case, help us catch him so he can be punished like he deserves.
He's trapped. He'll have to come out someday, you'll see.
直觉谈论可怕副作用，命令提出解决方法。这个我们不能点，那先点第一个好了。
I can procure you some excellent potions, as long as you promise to put an end to this. True potions of healing like those you thought you were buying.
What are you, some sort of alchemist then? I hope you're not the same feather as the other. If that's the case, we have enough rope to hang the both of them!
Trust me, I swear that each and every one of you will receive one.
可以这样子保证吗？
Our trust was already given. We're going nowhere without seeing the merchandise.
Such a large number of potions. This story's gonna cost you a fortune.
健
I
康
should
药
be
剂
able to prepare them myself. Just need to gather the ingredients.
6个健康药剂。我现在有办法做吗？暗锁我们已经有了。健康药剂，我需要材料，科学等级是够的。那出毛鲜孔菌、野兽精华，工艺品什么？哦，制作。要6个，我做2个，那先别急好不好？你先把能做的事情做一做。啊，不对不对，来。
I need to be off.
Goodbye.
来帮你修。4个金属暗
There
水。
you have it. You'd never guess they were once broken.
那可以了吧？
Well then, were you able to repair it all?
Yes, just like new. Or nearly.
That does indeed look like fine work. You know what you're doing.
I would hope. Can you tell me where I can find my cousin now?
Your cousin is either a very bad joker or a right good fool. He went and insulted a band of ruffians from the lower boroughs. Dangerous fellows. They've a storehouse they operate out of a few streets from here.
What kind of business do they run?
Several, actually, and they're all illegal and profitable. But you didn't hear that from me. In any case, if you were set on recovering your cousin, I would hurry if I were you. They're not the tender sorts.
Thank you for the information.
Off with ya. Get him out of whatever mess he's got himself into. Seemed like a courageous fellow. Who could down his pint? Anything else?
I need to be off.
Goodbye.
好，主线有一点进展了。然后支线的话，哦，他们就留在这里是吧？护送他健康药剂。那先等等哦。那个商店呢？看一下，你有卖我要的素材吗？这个14块，野兽精华3块，14块有点贵耶，以我现在的财力来说。先不急，我们还有另一个选项是可以悄悄溜走啊，但我觉得应该不容易。这边是。
Sir Desade, I presume.
钱币
It is an honor to make your
骑士团
acquaintance.
吧。
Captain, you set sail soon. Have you seen to our little business?
Yes. We were finally able to recover your merchandise.
Excellent news. I'm afraid, though, that your mission isn't completely finished, Kurt.
Blast me, I'm a captain, not an errand boy.
The commander was quite explicit.
Very well. What do I need to do?
The merchandise that you obtained needs to be sent to Tier 4D as soon as possible. But the Port Authority formalities for shipping take an eternity to wade through. And we've already lost quite a bit of time with this dishonest merchant.
Are you blatantly asking us to smuggle this merchandise and contraband?
I would never ask you to do such a thing, Your Excellency.
Ah, but you don't mind asking that of Kurt?
Well, now, if he finds an alternative solution that is less, illegal, that would be fine. The method matters not. But this cargo must reach the Isle on the next ship.
Marvelous.
Well then, I await your return with utmost impatience. I'm certain you shall do what's required.
什么东西呢？这边有什么可以？哦，这是出来的地方，酒馆。这边应该就是通到酒馆的吧？喂，不能开。这些支线任务如果不做的话，会影响到我们之后的那个吗？江湖骗子先不急吧，我们先做些别的事情。询问这个走失者被关着，然后把货物带上船。先做这个。失踪的航海团成员。任务都是跳着做的，观看上可能会觉得有点混乱了，但是没办法，有时候很难不方便一口气直接过嘛。哎，我要去这边，先帮忙找航海团的那个船舱侍者。哇，到处都是生病的人，是这样。哦，这是主线吧？等一下。还是啊，没关系，没关系，我们先解主线，先把他救出来吧。 放着自己的表弟不管。
If you had any idea who I am, open up, imbeciles! I have a ship to catch!
That vulture of a tavern master was right. It is Constantine's voice. It's coming from the floor above.
It sounds as if he's locked up.
And I have a feeling they're expecting company. Be careful. The slightest itchy word to these brutes will have them drawing blades to scratch it.
Negotiation may be the solution. As you say, this breed of brutes won't spit on ransom money.
What a waste. I'd rather sneak around them than give half a coin to these seedy fellows.
这可以下去吗？
It's blocked.
打不开。科学等级1。这会太高调了一点，直接炸破墙壁。啊，他们没发现哦。哦，拿到钥匙。哎，这陷阱也太好捡了吧！要往上走，应该是在上面。这有敌人吗？里面都没人呢。 哦，要拿一个健康药剂。大份健康药剂，我小罐的啦。这间呢？哦，用钥匙。
I don't have the key.
哎，我没有钥匙。
Locked.
我找到了。也太好潜入了吧！然后东西钥匙也这么好找。
Well, this has been
好了，问题儿
monumentous,
童。
gentlemen, but I have more important things to attend to. An island to govern, treaties to sign, riches to expedite, and a demanding father to impress!
Constantine, it's me!
My dear cousin! Oh, my lucky star! Always there to pull me out of my fires.
I do what I can. We're departing soon. Your father wasn't pleased by your absence this morning.
Have you ever seen him happy about anything when it comes to me? You know what he thinks of me.
He cares about you. I know that. He appointed you governor, didn't he?
He is ridding himself of a source of constant disappointment. Enough said. Today we set sail for adventure.
同伴装备，用方向键。
If you only knew
哦，不用换
how
角
these
色。
river scum treat me. Do me a courtesy, good cousin. Now that we stand boldly alongside the brave Kurt, let's give them their money's worth.
They haven't spotted us. We could sneak out of here silently. We have a ship to board.
You've always been the reasonable soul. Don't you think these brutes deserve a punishment?
Yes, without a doubt. But don't you think there are more pressing matters? Kurt.
It is your highness's decision to make. Whatever it is, I shall follow.
这样会有差别吗？如果不去打的话，老旧衬衫这一件是你的吗？也跟我同款的哦。武装，你拿什么样的剑呢、啊？生锈细剑，双手大剑，双手武器。我们也可以帮同伴调整装备。 战利品几率，强盗帽子。 看一下，颈部、头部，哦，这个可以给你戴，还是给科特先。狼道帽子。这完全你的原本的帽子没有那个一点那个加防御力都没有。来，戴着士兵手套，品质、重量、价格、制作、排序的方式。哦，这样子。好了，康斯坦丁的衣服。那我们走另一条路吧。有什么？离开前先搜刮一下。70块，很多。还有弹药。陷阱也太好找了吧！这边捡到一大堆陷阱。潜行。
To my help, and death to the others.
OK， 2打1。哎呦，这闪得好啊！啊，偷袭，封闭。牢房钥匙也有。好，完成啦，也把人救回来了。来看一下。告诉船长准备好出发，这是主线。来，我们先支线。健康药剂还要再筹备一些，不然就自己买材料了。那我们先去找航海团的失踪的成员吧。走失者的物品。仓库。还原水手大衣。这什么？走失者日志。2位新客户，该不会就是那个异教徒吧？藏在港务局后面的仓库。
Good day. Someone told me that you're a friend of Jonas's, the young cabin boy who's gone missing.
That's right, yeah. Are you looking for him?
Yes. Your captain asked me to go and find him.
Happy to hear he's taken the disappearance seriously. What can I do for you?
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a damn good navigator, and an excellent leader of men. He knows his craft well, in spite of being so young.
How old is he?
He's not seen his 25th year yet. If he keeps it up, he'll be an admiral one day.
这么年轻啊！好，问一下吧，关于这个客舱死者。
2 days ago, in the evening. We went to have a drink in the tavern. Jonas, Lauro, and myself.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary? Was he troubled?
Maybe a tad troubled. Like he was somewhere else.
Why would that be? Give me your best guess.
Boy, I haven't the faintest idea.
What does Jonas do in his free time, when you're on land?
He just hangs around here or there. You know the cabin boys don't have half a sailor's wages. And when evening comes, we usually go down the tavern with good old Lauro.
Did he ever have one too many?
Never. He sips his pint like it was bad medicine. One drink lasts him the whole night.
所以感觉是一个蛮老实人，不像会闹事人。
Does he know anyone in Serene?
No one, far as I know.
Do you think he could have made himself any enemies?
I wouldn't think that for a moment. Jonas has a good heart and he steers clear of trouble and troublemakers.
I don't know where to start with this. Do you have any idea?
No. Lauro won't stop telling anyone who will lend him an ear that the boy was carried off by thugs.
And you don't believe him?
I like Lauro, don't get me wrong, he's like a brother. But to be honest, he drinks a little more than he should. The itch for a drink gets us all, but to him more than others, and when you drink too much, the imagination wanders. Here, yesterday, it was me who tied one over, and I thought I heard Jonas's voice by the canal. I called back to him, as you guessed, but then nothing. Drink. It blurs the senses.
I need to be going. Farewell.
这是可能被抓走了，是吧？哎，那再来另一个人呢？那个 Lauro。哦，在这里。我就随便拿他们港口上的东西，有东西可以拿吗？那是我们要搭的船是吧？这港口真的很大哎。
Good day, sailor. I've been told that you know the missing cabin boy well. Is that right?
You talking about Jonas? You bet your stars I know him. But like I've been crying to the 9 deaf winds, he didn't go missing, he was taken.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a just man, who knows his knots. He's well appreciated by the crew. It's a pity that he hasn't much heart for lass now and again. Always seems unhappy, our captain.
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. Even though I'd had a few tumblers in the belly, I hadn't yet lost my head. The other day, in the tavern, I saw him talking to a well-dressed man, surrounded by some other sly ruffians. And then when we left, him and I, Flavia left a little earlier, you understand? Well, those brutes were there, waiting for him. They just up and took him like that. Grabbed his arms and poof. Gone. Vanished.
Why didn't you intervene?
I tried to, believe me. But my legs betrayed me. Wavering they were. And I fell into the gutter.
Did you report this to the captain?
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what weight my words carry. Even Flavia treated me like a drunken fool. And the captain? No, not telling him that. I still have some pride left, you get me?
他的陈述还蛮清楚的啊。
Did Jonas seem troubled to you, the night he disappeared?
Maybe. For sure he wasn't his usual self.
Do you know what was on his mind?
No. No idea.
Why would anyone want to snatch a mere cabin boy?
How would I know? Jonas is a gentle boy who keeps his head down. You think my story is nothing but mist too, don't you?
It's just that I can't imagine a gang of thugs hoping to get a ransom for a cabin boy. Did anyone else see the kidnapping?
There was still a small crowd in the tavern. But outside, I seem to recall that regular being there. We play cards with him from time to time. Kind of fellow who plays from morning to night time to be that skilled. But now and again he comes out. When nature calls, you know. I kind of remember his face being there.
Thank you, Lara. I need to be going.
Strange story, this is.
Something isn't right here, I can feel it. We need to lift a veil on this.
好，去酒馆找目击者。哎，点的标记吗？哦，哎，是那个，关掉。啊，地图可以标记啊。那边有东西吗？再去看一下，嘿嘿嘿，多挂一下，能够捡到我们任务要用的健康药剂就好了。有吗？看起来没有东西可以说。哦，那边过不去了。储存一下。好。到酒馆，来了可以顺便跟你讨论一下。
So, Constantine d'Orsay, future governor of Tir Fredi. I'm enchanted, Captain. I am eager to board your ship.
Enchanted as well, Your Highness. I hope you enjoy your voyage.
Are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
We should be able to set sail with the tide, as agreed upon. I'm still without news of my cabin boy, but we will have to do without.
所以我们可以直接离开。商业方面的帮助，这怎么讲
I have a favor to ask before we leave.
I'm all ears.
We would like to load some merchandise into your ship's hold.
Impossible. You're too late for that. All merchandise must be registered at the Port Authority, and the formalities are long. So, unless you're asking me to turn smuggler and hide contraband on my vessel.
I wouldn't go that far. We're only talking about a few crates after all.
Well then, they'll have to wait. The next ship for New Serene leaves in a month.
Hellfire. If that shipment doesn't leave today, the commander will have my hide.
Captain, I understand your position, but isn't there some way we can get these crates on board?
I doubt it. Even if I wanted to help you, my quartermaster is a half-crazed bridge troll. He's gotten it into his head that a gang of ruffians want to use my ship to pass contraband over to Tir Fredi. He's placed guards where our cargo is being held before being loaded. All that is not in the warehouse, and noted on the manifest, will be left on the docks. Sorry, but your crates are gonna have to wait until the next ship sets sail.
Sorry, Kurd. At least we tried.
The commander is gonna have my head. I'm sure that's what he wanted in giving me this impossible task.
In that case, we're going to have to doctor the manifest ourselves. It must be at the Harbour Master's office.
啊，篡改清单，不是说要做不违法的事吗？
Be back soon, Captain.
啊，去酒馆，那有东西，金币跟弹药。哦，嗨。
Your Highness, I'm happy to see you. Your absence this morning worried both your father and me.
Come now, Sir de Corsilion. My father may have been angry, outraged, or disappointed, but he's never worried about me. I am sad to have caused you any worry, though. Would you believe that I was rotting away in a sinister jail, guarded by thugs ready to kill me? Though still seeing double from last night's drink, I was preparing an ingenious escape plan when... Ta-da! My dear cousin jumped up out of nowhere and saved me. I'm quite the fairy tale damsel in distress.
You might have refrained from the company of bandits the night before such an important departure.
Take away the risk and halve the pleasure, de Corsilion. It is the salt of life.
I fear that some of my teachings have been misunderstood. But you wanted to ask me something, de Sade?
What will be your official title on Tir Fredi? Or are you just here to keep an eye on us?
Come now, don't be ridiculous. I'm coming in the capacity of official advisor, nothing more. But His Highness has also asked me to report to him on certain strategic observations. I am therefore required to take note of all events, chart the island and its resources, but also obtain as much knowledge as possible concerning the more dangerous creatures of the island. Your help will be extremely valuable to me. I've no longer the legs of an adventurer.
It's always a privilege to help, Master. I need to be leaving. I have quite a few things to do before we raise anchor.
对，我好忙哦。好，再来去酒馆。皮料山楂。这什么？挑衅我们的有钱人一家。哦，这是康斯坦丁啊！哎，来问一些情报。
Tavern keeper.
I see you're back. Can I pour you something this time?
I'm looking for a Naut, a young cabin boy who's been missing roll call for 2 days now.
A Naut, you say? That's not a lot to go on. There are quite a few that come to my tavern.
According to one of his fellows, he would have been taken right here.
A kidnapping? In my establishment? You surely jest. Or at least I hope you do. I would have noticed. That doesn't hold water.
Someone told me about one of your faithful clients. A big gambler, it would seem.
I see. An able-bodied man. Passes his time lightening the pouches of sailors coming through.
Where might I find him at this time?
Here? He would never give away his chair at his table. Anything else?
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
这个人啊。
Who are you? I don't recognize you. Am I in your debt?
No. Have no fear about that. It's for a different reason that I am here. I'm looking for a Naut that disappeared 2 days ago, after visiting this establishment. A young cabin boy. 2 members of his crew accompanied him.
Yes, that does ring a bell. I've played with the 3 of them.
What can you tell me about the boy? How was he that night?
He seemed rather nervous, as if he was worried about something. Didn't feel like playing, that I remember. And he must have been right to be nervous, if he's disappeared.
Tell me what happened that evening.
A rich merchant came in, with a band of strong arms. The kind of men you can round up for a few coins, if you catch my drift. They exchanged words with the cabin boy. The kid was defensive, not sitting pretty. And then they finally left.
And after that?
It just so happens that I did go out for a breather. I needed some fresh air. And I think I might well have seen those same men grab him. But that was none of my business. I wouldn't have thought that they were kidnapping him if that's what it was. They weren't particularly rough with him.
Who was the rich merchant, do you think? A jilted lover? A moneylender?
No, sir. You are in luck. It so happens that I know the man. It was Sir Fontaine, that merchant.
Where can I find him?
He has a house in the wealthy boroughs, just off the canal. A stone's throw from the Thélème embassy.
Thank you. You've been immensely helpful.
This man is completely owned by his love for the game. Do you think we can trust him?
What would he gain from lying?
I have no idea. But what would any wealthy merchant gain from holding a penniless child?
哎，后面有东西。我们先走这边看一下。哦，在那个方向，误伤的家。强化手套，手套，工匠手套，加工艺，8到22加4，先保留原样吧，加一些基本属性的东西也不错。说，你不是有看到一个信是讲书店的吗？应该在这附近吧，书店。这是我们来的地方。从光电过来这里。礼貌，居然可以进来，是不是有什么东西？哎，有哎，哇，100块，哎，真的有哎，这是情报哦。地上捡到的信真的是可以挖到宝的。这里呢？这边就没东西。有没有找到健康药剂？进去吧，误伤的家。
Might I help you, sir?
I would like to have a word with Sir Fontaine.
He is absent, but the lady of the house could certainly receive you. Enter, please.
Oh, I know you. I've seen you at court. You are Lord de Sade. And to what do I owe the honor of your visit, Excellency?
I would like to have a word with your husband.
He is not here, but perhaps I could be of help.
It concerns a delicate matter. We're looking for a missing cabin boy. According to witnesses, he had an argument with your husband before being taken.
I see. I am afraid that you have been misled. You seem to have come to the wrong conclusion. The cabin boy you speak of was not taken. He has simply returned home.
Excuse me, but I'm not sure I understand.
Don't you see, Your Excellency? We got our son back.
I am very surprised. Several witnesses confirmed that your son had a fight with your husband, and that his men escorted him from the tavern using force. If he had joined your husband willingly...
Witnesses? In a tavern? And you choose to believe these drunkards over a respectable family?
These witnesses are all in agreement, and it's their testimonies that have led me to your doorstep.
My son was probably shocked to have found us. My husband and the other men might have simply had to carry him. A gesture that your drunkards must have misunderstood.
What was your son doing on a Nort ship? Why would they have taken him?
It is what they do. Through pacts and contracts, they steal away young children from their mothers.
What are you talking about?
I would have thought that a legate would know these things. But it is true that you are young and inexperienced. It seems that you have been protected from the turpitudes of our own nation and their terrible allies. This horrible, constant ransoming that they put us through. But I will not say another word. You will have no trouble verifying the details now that you know what to look for.
Where might I find your son now?
I cannot say, Excellency. You must understand why.
Until the Norts have set sail, we live in fear they will take him back from us.
This pact. It sounds like some fear-inducing story.
The Norts wouldn't be the first to recruit through dubious means.
什么样的协议？
But I haven't.
If you would be so courteous.
啊，不可以聊了。他小孩是抱走当航海团的成员。那我是不是要去跟船长问一下？ 开，但里面好像，里面过不去吗？梯子，
Captain, sir, we were given orders to wait here with the merchandise.
You're going to have to wait. We need to find a way to clear the access to the warehouse.
他们是要准备把货搬上船的。我们看一下补充什么新的。康斯坦丁，亲王不喜欢他，然后他的母亲会利用他。这么可怜，然后变成一个小屁孩。有没有讲钱币守卫团是个什么样的团体啊？来问一下船长，关于航海团的事情。
Sir, are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
We should be able. I'm still.
邦丁夫人。
I spoke with a woman who told me she was the mother of the cabin boy. She claims that her son was taken from her.
Taken? Her son is sea gifted. His parents were required to give him up to honor the terms of a contract.
A contract? But what kind of contract are we speaking of?
A commercial contract. In exchange for services rendered by the Norts, some families cede more than gold. In some cases, nations even trade some of their subjects before they're born. I wouldn't be able to tell you the condition of Jonas's contract. I didn't even know he was originally from Serene. But what I can tell you is the young man hasn't seen his parents since he was a small child. And ever since, he's been a Nord. Our ships are his home. And we are his only family.
所以算是方丁家违约咯。不过把孩子卖掉
，Be back soon, Captain.
有这样的契约是吧
who might be able to help us? Anyone who's not a Nort?
How I would like my father to be implicated in this sordid business. Our old teacher must surely know what's going on here. Let's go talk to him.
向库西伦先生询问一下。
Yes? Well, how can your old professor be of service to you?
I've had a word with Lady Fontaine. You must know her. That rich family that lives near the docks. She told me a strange story about her son who was a cabin boy on our ship. She said that he was taken when he was a child due to some contract with the Nords.
Who was a cabin boy? Do you mean he's no longer one?
They took him back to bring him home.
Well, that is very unpleasant news, de Sade. We need to do all we can to bring the boy back to his ship. Since time immemorial, there's always been a certain price to pay for the services of the Nords. Children born on their ships belong to them. It's the rule of the sea. But certain contracts are so important that they also require children to be offered in exchange. From time to time, the congregation has passed such accord, and certain noble families had to give their children up.
Are you telling me that the Fontaines lost their son because of some agreement signed between my uncle and the Nords?
No, that pact ended a long time ago. This cabin boy couldn't have been a part of that contract. But Sir Fontaine has made a fortune trading with the Alliance, via ships.
Do you mean he would have offered up his own son in exchange for wealth?
Well, he probably did it before the birth of the child, and regretted it afterwards. But that is of little importance. What counts most is that you bring the boy back to the Norts as quickly as possible. Breaking a contract with the seafarers has always cost us dearly. Our nation could feel it in its coffers.
I will do my best.
A father selling his own son for a few boat rides. For ugly, that is ugly.
Lady Fontaine didn't seem to have any knowledge of that detail. That could be of use to us.
再回到方丁家。哦。它什么地方是我没走过的吗？都逛过了哈。可以搜索的地方，对吧？左边好像还没去过。诶，这个东西给拿。弄到运河上的仓库。
This document mentions another property, a warehouse.
That would be a great place to hide. Shall we take a peek?
夫人呢？可以再多聊些什
Excuse me,
么？
madam, but I haven't quite finished my.
If you would be so courteous.
真的不给说。
With respect.
那我们就直接去找人喽。运河那边的仓库。诶，这边我走过吗？弹药、铁矿。
Here we are. Be careful. Fontaine won't be alone. He'll have his henchmen with him.
A handful of underlings don't scare us away. Right, cousin?
Let's just try to remain discreet.
别的路可以进去吗？我看到地图上有标示其他的出入口是吗？后面可以绕吗？这里吗？这边可以爬过去。喂！赶快摸过去打掉一只。啊！
To my help, and death to the others!
3打1，不过他头上有个骷髅头是比较强的意思吗？打他，打他，好。进来了，进来了，还有敌人吗？ 那里吗？我看一下，人吗？看起来没人的样子。
So it's here that our man keeps his son. Abusive fathers.
哇，棺材这种地方要开锁。
don't have the key.
我没钥匙，但我可以炸墙。那我先去看一下。哦，有敌人。诶，那个人就是……哦，那就是方丁先生吗？那我先把墙炸了。从上次经验来看，炸墙应该不会引起他们的注意。
Who are you?
My name is de Sardet. I am legate of the congregation. Your captain has sent me to find you.
And were you able to convince my father to allow me to go free?
You don't seem to be all that close to your parents.
I hadn't seen them since I was 5 years old. I barely remember them. They find me, capture me, and lock me up in this warehouse. Hard to grow close after all that. My family is the Naughts. I am sorry for my parents, but that is the way of it now. Can I go home?
Yes. You should still go and say farewell to your mother. Then find your way to the ship. I'll see you there.
好，完成了。
It's blocked.
那先存个档，嘿，那我看一下我过去会怎么样？哎，你都走掉了。哦吼吼，也解决了正面冲突的问题了。那我们从正门来，就是会走到这里。逛一下吧，看你们家有什么东西可以拿，嘿嘿嘿。没什么可以拿的。好，那回去回报任务。那个这群人到底在干嘛？
So, are you ready? Can we should be able...
My cabin.
You do?
All we can do is plot a course. No one tells the wind what to do. I do thank you. I didn't think you'd go to so much trouble for a cabin.
会加好感度
Your
吗？
actions bring you honor.
航海团升哇，加3，这么高。
Be back soon, Captain.
哦，升等了。没有技能可以点。物价伤害，人数伤害。那我们先把陷阱点一点好了。等到水手大衣。哎，这边有个箱子，我之前都没看到的。哦，又有个健康药剂了。那几个？4个，还差2个。好，休息一下，大概1个多小时休息一下吧，上个厕所。 好，接下来是钱币守卫团的货物跟找异教徒。哎，忘记那个方向，忘记把任务点开来。这里啊，其他阵营的控制区域。 获得上衣装扮成其他阵营的人，就能有骗过的守卫。衣服是吧？这个是钱币守卫团的吧？哥特上面有这个徽章。那船员呢？所以这蓝色的是航海团。那其他的吗？没有，我们先这个。那换上这个船员水手大衣。 魔法抗性，魔术抗性，好，转这件，这样就可以进去了，是吧
Do you have any idea how to get in there without being noticed?
Let's take a look around the building. We might find a less conspicuous entrance.
你可以找别的路进去。
Where is the manifest to be found?
I've already been to the port authorities. They keep the official documents upstairs.
那我们就换了衣服，直接进来吧。 可以攻击人吗？不行。可以刺杀。东西可以拿吗？开锁等级。楼上是吧？这都要开锁。船员大衣、水手手套。哦，应该这里吧？诶，钥匙诶，监狱钥匙。
Here's the ship's manifest. We only need to add our merchandise to the list.
好。 这样就完成一件事了。那我们要找走失者，我们要去问异教徒的事情。出去吧。诶，里面人其实还蛮多的。
If you wore a Nort uniform and you were able to keep your mark hidden from them, they might let us in, unless we just offered them a drink. These sailors rarely refuse one.
I see
where this is headed. If we drop a little soporific in their glasses, the way will be clear. I'll just need to find the proper ingredients, but it's doable.
安眠药水，这可以进去吗？诶，也可以哦。现在也就是到处都可以走。来，先看一下。 我们的货还没有搬进来嘛？我们已经改好文件了，改好清单，但货还没有进来。餐药的饮料，2个可以一起解释吗？这是什么？咦，他们真的都不管我哎！哦，监狱。
I've seen a few escapes in my time, but I never thought I'd see someone go to all this trouble to break into a prison.
嗯，打开来了吗？直接开咯，存个档。
Thank you, my lord. And don't worry about me. I'll slip outside without being seen.
可以跟你问个话吗
Thank you, my lord. And don't worry about me. I'll slip outside without being seen.
我要问那个异教徒的事啊。
It's blocked.
然后打开，开个门，我们才可以溜出去。仓库好大哦，看起来可以挖到什么宝。 哎呀，每个都要解锁，没有开锁等级。那里面有应该也就是材料之类的东西，可是也太多都不能开了吧？这里出不去。要其他门吗？这里也出不去，这边就是来捡东西的。哎呦，别卡卡卡！
Hello? What can I do for you?
We're the relay. You're dismissed.
Finally! We were starting to grow moss. Courage, me hearties. The path is clear. We should notify the men. They need all the time they can get.
这也太简单了吧！哎，这边还有个破洞是怎样？再爬一下，看可以探到什么宝。 诶，哦，找到了。
Who is there?
May the Illuminated save us. Did the smuggler send you?
The man to which you are referring was arrested and thrown into prison, but revealed to me your hiding place.
Oh, the traitor!
Have you come to deliver us to the Inquisition then? Please, please, have pity on our souls. We have committed no crime. We are not heretics. We are nothing more than historians.
In that case, why is the ambassador of Thélème so concerned about your teachings? Why is the Inquisition looking for you, and why are you hiding?
Our only error was wanting to publish our work.
It's true. We presented our research, but it didn't please the censor. And here you have the result.
We fled all the way to Serene, thinking we would be safe. But the Inquisition wants to silence us so badly that they followed us here.
Tell me more about your research. What about it is so horrifying that it would provoke such a fuss?
Our work concerned the teachings of St. Lucius.
The disciple of Saint Matthias? The one who returned to Thélème after traveling with his master?
The very same. His writing was carefully preserved, but never seriously studied.
With the discovery of Teofredi, we thought it crucial to take a look at the original text. We wanted to verify if this island could have been the faraway place that he spoke of. The Eden of Saint Matthias.
And? What did you find?
Teofredi is without any doubt the land that our Saint Matthias and his disciples went to. But the text that we discovered was radically different from what we expected to find.
In the original text, Saint Lucius doesn't speak of an Eden, of the paradise of the Illuminated. He speaks of a voice that came from the depths of the earth, which convinced Saint Matthias to stay there.
It was written in black and white, and there is no doubt about it. The original was written in Lucius's own hand.
I understand now what that text has cost you. This voice from the depths sounds more the power of a demon than a saint.
The sacred texts are always difficult to interpret, but what is written is written.
Who were you hoping would give you asylum?
We were hoping to reach Al-Sad. The Inquisition won't chase us into the den of their enemies.
Our research won't interest the Bridge Alliance, or at least I doubt it. But at least we'll be safe.
By entering Al-Sad as clandestines, you risk being taken for spies.
That would be better than being burned at the stake.
Did you try speaking with the censors? You could forget what you have discovered, perhaps.
Oh, we have signed already an abjugation stating that we misunderstood the sacred texts of St. Lucius. We were even ready to say that we had never seen the true text, or anything else that would have pleased them.
It served no purpose. It's our lives they are after.
I see. Well, you have no other choice but to run and seek refuge in enemy territories.
I beg of you, please do not deliver us to them. Let us continue on this path.
提议去和乔蒙特使交谈，还是直接放他们走？他们要去乔蒙，逃亡去乔蒙嘛？那这样可不可以增加他们的庇护呢？毕竟他们直接过去可能会危险。选第二个好了。
I could have a word with the good Dr. Sahin, the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance. If he can be persuaded to offer you asylum, you would be saved.
Your goodness honors you. May the Illuminated forever light your path.
If I manage to convince the ambassador, you'll need to refrain from that sort of blessing. Stay here. I'll be back.
Have you spoken with the ambassador? Has he accepted to give us refuge?
再手挂一下。这边可以开吗？不行。这一个楼梯，应该也可以爬上去。哦，野兽精华，还好野兽精华不贵。我们要能有做健康药剂的材料。班扎。不是，我不要爬。哎，按冲刺的时候会，这可以关掉吗？游戏控制，对不对？控制选项不能调因为我按冲刺的时候，只要经过墙壁或梯子，它就会自动帮我爬上去，所以还是要小心点好了。金币跟弹药，那多少弹药啊？最近也可以逛。东西吗？这些门都不能开。都要解锁，都要开锁等级。也不行。好，那么我们回报任务。去把货搬进去。
Well, now, can we get going?
The way is clear. It's time to get going.
Do your best to be quick and quiet about it. You won't have much time to move it.
Don't you be worrying now. We're off.
The warehouse is at the end to the right there. You can't miss it.
Move out. Quick steps.
哦，钱币守卫团声望加2。这样的话，我们可以去再回报一个任务了。在这里，接过，接过来。那我觉得我可能要买材料，自己做健康药剂了。
So you're back. Right then. What about our business?
We can guarantee that your merchandise will leave with us.
Thank you, Your Excellency. And bravo, Kurt. The Commander will be most pleased.
The cargo shall make the voyage. But who will be at its reception once it's arrived?
That shall be your next mission. Once you've reached New Serene, go and find the quartermaster. He will give you new instructions. Until then, I wish you a safe and pleasant voyage, Your Excellency. Kurt, good luck.
可以跟你聊
So
天吗
you're？ back. Right.
We can guarantee
The car. That shall be. He will give until.
哦，不行哎，不能多聊。啊，好，再来，我们要去跟乔蒙的人谈一下。哎，这点东西，遗料跟山楂。
Your Excellency.
Lord de Sade.
I would like to talk to you about a rather delicate matter.
I am listening.
A couple of historians have made a recent discovery concerning Matthäus, the founder of the mythical Teleme. And it seems that this is not to the liking of the Illuminated, or at least his more fervent subjects.
These sinister hypocrites are going to want to burn them at the stake.
Without a doubt. And that's why these poor people are begging you to offer them asylum.
I would volunteer and consent to take them under my protection. But one good deed deserves another.
You would like me to first take care of your charlatan?
You will certainly prove to be an excellent legate.
I need to be going.
Goodbye.
好，所以还要再解决，还有办法。OK。希瑞是我们要搭船过去的，那这个就是这个任务啦，解决这个江湖骗子任务。那我们就要来做一些健康药剂了。好，工作台，先看一下我们还需要多少的材料。在哪？健康药剂、山楂跟野兽精华，可以再做一个。好，再一个，去买一些野兽精华。 购买，哎，下面3块钱，入量哇，它预测有调最高，我现在有300多块了。这个按键有连着按键盘好了，买个2个，好，自己做吧，这样才便宜呀。 健康药剂，做一个，好，还可以做什么？这边都是升级，我不能制作，只能升级。那可以拆解吗？有拆解选项吗？哦，有回收，因为我们的物品栏是有限制的，东西太多的话可以回收拆解一下。
Do you have those potions you promised us?
Yes, here they are.
Hey, did you see that? That other alchemist kept his word. I hope these are good ones.
The colour looks like it should, not like those others.
可以看颜色了。
Since you want us to go, then we'll be going. Come on, everyone.
The alchemist is now far from danger, at least.
Go and tell him the good news.
这个健康药剂有那么稀有吗？我随手就做得出来的，对他们来说是万灵药吗？好。 把炼金术士。
So, did you find a way to get me out of this hornet's nest?
I persuaded the mob to disperse calmly and without a fight. The way is free.
Very well. What power of persuasion? They didn't seem of a mind to hear reason from me.
You are free. Climb into your carriage and leave Serene immediately. Let me deal with Dr. Sahin.
I owe you my life, sir. I will be eternally in your debt.
I remind you to never step foot here again.
I have no desire to return anyway. Farewell.
好，解决了。这样子的话，哦呦，还可以帮我回去哦，这么方便。存个档，好，交任务。
Your Excellency,
Lord de Sade.
I tracked down your man near the Coin Guard barracks.
Finally. Did you capture him?
Let's just say I put an end to his activities. His reputation in Serene is forever tarnished. Matters turned out a little more complicated than anticipated.
加一声望，指出他的谎言。要讲实话还是？因为我怕指出来之后会影响到我们跟拳王的声望。还是圆润一点好了。隐瞒。
He managed to slip through our fingers.
Once again. That man is part eel.
We followed his trail to the Coin Guard Tavern, but he had already escaped. All the same, you have nothing to fear. He will never step foot in Serene again.
We'll eventually catch up with him and deliver the punishment that his crimes deserve. Governor Burhan will be happy to learn that such an amiable legate will soon cross the shores of Tir Fredi. Thank you for your help, Excellency, and allow me to offer you this modest gift for your voyage.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lord de Sade.
好，然后就可以再谈论异教徒的事。
Lord de Sade.
第四
Now
学
that
校
your。affair is taken care of, are you planning on helping the historians I spoke to you about?
We are willing. Where are they to be found at this time?
At the port of Serene. They were hoping to stow away discreetly on a vessel to Al-Sad.
Very well. I shall send an escort immediately to take them somewhere safe.
OK。
I need to be going.
Goodbye.
好，然后再跟。
We owe you our lives.
你们
We
自己
are
出来。
eternally grateful.
It was nothing. I hope you won't have too much difficulty adapting to your new country.
If you would allow me, I would like to give you this. It's not much, but it is all that we possess.
Farewell.
You have a kind heart, Greenblood. It'll be the end of you, but that doesn't bother me. I wouldn't have wanted those poor buggers to end up on a burning pyre.
It would seem that I'm not the only one with a tender heart.
OK， 那支线任务都解了吗？哦，还要回报异教徒的事。OK。乔蒙的徽章是蓝色、绿色的。那泰勒玛的徽章是什么颜色？是什么图形？这个吗？像太阳符号的东西？看一下这守卫的身上好了。红色的太阳。
Good day, Excellency.
Sir de Sade, to what do I owe the pleasure?
It pains me to inform you that the heretics you seek have fled.
Curse them! How could that possibly have happened?
说实话，说谎。圆润一点。
Alas, these renegades have found protection with the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance. I would not have been able to capture them without risking a diplomatic incident that my uncle would have condemned.
The bridge. I thought as much. Those heretics have turned to them. But I had hoped that you might intervene quickly enough to stop them. It is truly regrettable. We have nothing else to do but pray that the Luminous might shield us from their lies.
哦，这样可以加声望。
I must be going.
升等了。我有加属性点了，属性点可以点什么？耐力、精准、意志、念力。意志是生命值跟咒语持续时间，敏捷是怒气值跟物理伤害。 耐力是打击跟平衡，最大生命值。我们还是要点精准吧。炼金术跟火器是我们主要使用的。哎，加精准。然后技能的话，设置陷阱和投资药瓶的爆炸点附近回收原材料。这个魔法伤害。好，先把陷阱点高。OK， 这样我们的支线任务都行哦。对，这个要到新希瑞，那我们就可以启程啦。哦 ，OK， 罪犯巢穴、仓库我们都逛过了，好，可以走啦。结果，我的队友不会挡我的路，但是路人会挡。闯个档。服装呢？水手大衣，魔法抗性，元素抗性，穿这个好了，比较好看。嘿嘿。项链，武器呢？有没有更强的武器？好，准备启程啦。
So,
are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
We should be able to set sail with the tide, as agreed upon.
Permission to board the ship. We are ready.
Certainly. But keep in mind that we'll be at sea for several months.
这么久
Have any farewells to make or any final business to put into order? Now is the time.
要做都做完了哦。好，走吧。
No, my house is in order. We are ready to embark.
Perfect. Follow me.
I am so eager to discover Tir Fridee. My isle, my new city.
You'll need to arm yourself with patience. The voyage will be long. I've been told the trip lasts months.
And they say the place is full of gigantic creatures, as big as buildings.
That's right. I heard a rumor the Nords even brought one back in one of their ships.
I doubt that. The Norts are strange, but they're not idiots.
The beast is awoken!
Those conniving, pista-stilling, bridge-building liars. The creature was supposed to be out for days. They'll pay for this.
What the hell manner of cargo are you transporting?
Help! We need boats! We must contain it! Help!
我可以把这个撞坏。
Let's lend them a hand.
拍个照。
Watch out! Take a step back, sir.
哇，这样一艘船就毁了，真可惜。哎呦，这么刚好压到他，谢啦。
Captain, keep my cousin safe.
啊，我嘞，我要跟他打哦。真的。哇哦！等等等等，你要先补个血。闪！要拼远距离攻击是不是？我手枪跟你拼了。 他已经破甲了，闪避2下， 哦，范围攻击。哦，他趴着走了。按错了，我要按陷阱啊！危险！回避，回避，回避，回避，回避！我不要堵到墙角了。危险！放陷阱。哎呦，扑这么远！放陷阱。来，压一下。蹦！这是树人吧？巨大的树人。
How do you fare?
Fine, fine. It is dead.
Are you wounded?
I'm well. Your lessons have proven effective.
有动物帮忙，自己人打。
It's quite extraordinary.
Cousin, what a fight. You were illustrious.
I'm not of the same mind. I had the feeling it was already weakened. I did nothing more than finish it off.
Your humility remains a constant. But believe me, that battle was absolutely epic.
记忆水晶，重置点数。还有什么别的东西吗？它是有石头跟树木组合成的。哇，船就这样破了一个洞。好，这边走是吧？
Gentlemen，
哦，要上船了。超兴奋！
Your cousin's enthusiasm is most impressive.
This journey is his long-awaited chance to prove his worth. He has a demanding.
More likely, he's just happy to be free of this hornet's nest.
I definitely know I am. That's certain.
Stations, lads! Weigh anchor and ready hot to wear. Lively now, lively! Catch me a wind!
a charming welcoming committee. Gentlemen, I am Constantine of House Orsay, your new governor. I have no idea what sort of ceremony you've prepared for my arrival, but I would gladly skip it, so... Indeed, these are rather peculiar customs. I see, it seems you were quite intent on serving me a drink. Hello? Cat got your tongue, gentlemen? Would it be those annoying beaks?
I am truly sorry. These doctors should have shown a greater measure of courtesy. Thank you, dear doctors. Move along. Don't trouble the Nords. Pay no attention to them. Instead, just drink. The long voyages at sea require the appropriate treatment as soon as we land. According to our scientists, without fortifiers, you might catch your death, and that would be quite regrettable.
I should have chosen death. This concoction is liquid torture.
I would think that they would have warned you on the ship.
Not in the slightest. And you must be Lady Morange, my predecessor.
You are correct.
There you are!
To your health.
Aha! You got your dose of bile too. Allow me to present to you Lady Morange, and to you, my dear lady, my most trusted cousin. Where is the captain?
He seems to be preoccupied with some sort of admiral.
Indeed. Then I will have to thank him later for this most marvelous voyage. Excellency, lead me to the palace, I beg you. And, whenever possible, go by way of all the intriguing alleyways. I am dying with impatience to discover this new city. My city!
Your Excellence! We must wait for our escort.
No need. Have no fear, for I am here to defend you, my lady.
I've been scullied.
How so?
My admiral laid me off.
My cousin was nonetheless delighted with your services. I hope there was no misunderstanding.
None, I'm sure of it. She just ordered me to give you any assistance you might need.
This request doesn't seem to please you.
Don't take offense, but it's not pleasant for a captain to abandon his ship. In any case, here I am at your service, for a while.
哦，新同伴，我可以带2个人是吗？人家的团队，瓦斯科，决斗大师，敏捷过人，会使用火器，然后敏捷跟精准，单手剑和枪支，交战动作有毒涂层，秘密的刀剑技巧，特殊攻击。科特呢？近战大师，穿戴重型护甲，耐力跟力量。所有近战武器，平衡药剂，哦，友谊奖励，跟他们搞好关系的时候会加我们的天赋是吗？好，被升等了，天赋，工艺可以制作武器，还有升级护甲，在没有工作的情况下，能回收装备获得原料，原料更少。撬锁跟发现陷阱，拆除陷阱。魅力，我们先把科学点上去吧。有个技能点，有什么新的吗？航海团，海的献礼，劳林夫人，外交官。蒂尔弗拉迪这座岛，好，我们现在在新西瑞地区，5年前建立的，这是商团的主要城市。 你呢？岛屿东部，乔蒙。未知的生物，守护者。好，地图呢？新希瑞的港口，好，探索一下吧。领队航海团开放，不能进去。换个衣服或许可以进去吧。前面可以翻墙，我们应该是可以进去的。好，之后再来逛吧。先进城。然后这座城建了5年，目前还在建设当中。商人。等一下，开一个存档。
Closer, good people. Liqueur and wine from the continent. Tier for the alcohol.
奥赛广场。这就是亲王吗？
Atoy, sien srade dau quint. Dadagudach me in.
原住民。
Attention, soldier.
Let me pass. I must see the chief of your village.
他脸上跟我一样有那个纹路。
Now, who would you be to seek an audience with the governor?
I am Siora, daughter of Bladnid. My mother is Amal, the chief of our clan. I am here as an emissary of my people, and I must see your chief, your governor.
So you are a princess, then?
A what?
Let her pass! Your Majesty, I shall present you to the governor. Come.
Princess, Majesty, you are most confusing. But thank you for your help.
他也算同伴了。这样我怎么说？那么，马斯克先等一下，你必须带着西奥拉在身上。跟你聊天吗
Honor Manawi, do you need something?
The first time you saw me, did you really think I was a native?
Aside from the way you dress, you resemble a native. I have never seen an Onol Manawi amongst the Renaigse before. Is it so surprising that I made this mistake?
更具吸引力，相似之处让心神不宁啊！选第一个了。
Now I understand, and I hope that this singular appearance makes me more attractive to you.
Perhaps if your difference wasn't merely physical, but your heart is evidently the heart of a Renaigse. Anything else?
I must leave you.
好，先进去再说。楼上是吗？
There you are, dear cousin. What is this? Who is this amazing person in your company?
I am Siora, daughter of Bladnid, daughter of Meb. My mother is the Mal, the chief of our clan.
I am honored to make your acquaintance, Siora. This is incredible. You look so much alike you could be related. If you would allow me, Princess, I would like to confer a mission to my cousin. You need to visit the governors of the bridge and Teleme to give them my formal regards, that sort of thing, but also to discover what they've managed to learn. They've been here much longer than we have. Perhaps they've made some inroads to finding a cure for the Malachor.
Forgive me, Mal, but I have a request for you. My people needs your help.
I thought we might discuss matters together at leisure, but please, speak your piece.
The Lions, the Bridge Alliance and my people are at war. My mother has sent me to you in search of allies. I fear that without your help, our clan will suffer great horrors. We have already lost so many souls.
This seems a sensible request. You know, though, we cannot go to war with our neighbors.
Perhaps there is a way to negotiate a ceasefire. The time to see things more clearly.
Excellent idea. I would be completely lost without you. Go and parley with, the Queen, dear cousin. Try and put an end to confrontations for the time being.
I will come with you. It will take more than one person to convince my mother to lay down our weapons.
Perfect. Take Kurt along with you and anyone you feel useful. I've been told that the roads are not safe. Safe travels, dear cousin. And watch out for yourself. I wouldn't want anything bad to happen to you.
看一下主线任务，还有这个钱币守卫团。那2个主线是要当外交官去问候另外2个，另一个是要找到原住民的村子。地图呢？这就是，这边可以看到。 3种文章，然后还有航海团跟当地土著。我们在南方，然后右边好像是泰马勒吗？还是乔蒙？我觉得他们是在左右2侧，隔得很远，上面是火山嘛。看一下，要啦。好，那总之我们会先探索一下这个城镇吧。是这样。是康斯坦丁的房间吗？ 有什么东西可以捡吗？办公室钥匙。这可以开。这是什么钥匙？ 大的浴室，所以没有路可以绕到刚才那个房间里去。这什么好酷！没东西。 探索吧。这个算是宫殿吗？还是要说是总督府之类的？哦，我可以在这边编制团队。诶，等一下，我可以聊天。
Cousin, what can I do for you?
Any news of your parents?
No. With the time it takes to travel to the continent, it's not surprising. But I don't miss them. My father's next letter will certainly be full of his usual disdain. As for my mother, you know her. She's probably too busy planning her next assassination to have noticed my absence.
刺杀。
I'm going to leave now.
Look out for yourself.
我在这里的时候，大家都会跟着我。哦，有，钥匙。你知道开锁3，然后就随便捡到钥匙了。那这里有什么特别吗？没有。之后会有什么任务要来这？好，去其他地方探索吧。玩的比较慢啊，就是各种地方都想逛一逛。嗨。
Thank you for coming. I know that you're very busy, but I need your help.
I'm listening, sir.
This island is vast, and we only know a tiny part of it. As you know, your uncle has asked me to draw maps to facilitate the merchants' travels. Alas, I'm slightly too old to be roaming the paths, setting up camp, so I'd appreciate it if, as you travel, you mark the places you deem to be safe on your map.
Very well. I will take care of it, Professor.
Excellent. I knew I could count on you. One more thing. Do you remember that gigantic creature that you defeated in Serene? Bringing a specimen to the city was obviously not a good idea. An accident was inevitable. But according to my sources, there are others of them on this island, and your uncle wishes to know more about them. I know that a scholar of the Alliance, Professor Serafedin, has also taken an interest in these creatures. I tried to contact him, but apparently he disappeared during an expedition to study them. Naturally, I cannot ask you to rummage through the entire island looking for him, but if you can find any trace of him, his studies on these giant creatures could be immensely useful.
Very well. If I find anything out, I'll let you know.
The road to knowledge is long and difficult, but this is the price of wisdom, Desade.
联盟的学者，我突然间就接了好多支线任务。那仓库嘛，咦，有楼梯可以爬。逛街逛街。为什么要这样子？用这样的梯子？我可以再往上。这是什么地方啊？哇，太多梯子了吧！
It's blocked.
打不开。跳下去吗？不行，一样爬的。可以滑下去吗？往下呢？ 仓库是吧？等一下、哦，这边呢有监狱，有牢房，有什么不错的道具可以捡的？好大哦！没东西，没东西。 书房的地方，平衡药剂。 嗯，这里没有别的路可以走吗？再沿着原路回去。这位是外交事务顾问。
Minister.
Your Excellency, it is always an honor. How may I serve you?
What exactly is your role here?
I am tasked with advising Governor Constantine about business matters. And I make sure that all business contracts are established properly and are favorable to us. I am responsible for setting taxes on goods based on their value, among other things. It is an exciting job that requires the utmost care. Would you like anything else?
That'll be all.
Goodbye.
餐厅、厨房，哎，钥匙，什么钥匙？哎，这钥匙可以开哪里门？楼上那个吗？这上面的门吗？去看一下。
It's blocked.
不是。诶，那有什么地方是？是康斯坦丁那边吗？那里有个地方是要锁着的，再去确认一下。居然拿到钥匙了，诶，还是我可以看一下物品栏。总督宫殿仆役的钥匙，仆役入口。试试看。这里吗？哦，真是这。啊，然后就会通到这里来。原来如此，就是从这边来端水给我们总督搬东西之类的。原来是这样。好，那就开通啦。也许之后会有什么任务会需要这样子绕路绕进来吧。好，那这里面都算逛完了。到外面去了。奥尔赛广场，意图。哦，我的宅邸是吗？这里。 您的住所，你是位外交官，在不同国家城市中都有住宿可以用。哦，这么好。开锁等级3。外面是挂着金币守卫团的。旅行，但都还没有开图，不能快速旅行。然后我的伙伴都会在这边。仓库，睡觉，睡觉了干嘛？威胁吗？家里的工作台。现在科学等级2，所以能做的东西变多了。可以上去吗？上面有什么？一样是睡觉，然后没有别的，好不？看一下睡觉能干嘛？改变时间。这游戏白天跟晚上会有什么样的差异吗？我现在身上东西很多吗？还行，那先不急着拆解或者贩卖，我就先保持这个状态，先来继续前进吧。城里面是不是也有一些任务可以接啊？哦，守卫团营房在那边，我们可以先回报上面的任务。这边是港口海军的航海团的人，商人。泰勒马大使馆，然后夫人乔蒙大使馆，要过去看一下吗？可以进去吗？不行，不给进。这还没有他们的使节是吗？这里呢？对，应该是还没有人吧。要等着我们外交官去协商才行。白银区。夫人。
Good day, Lady Morange. Do you remember me?
Of course. Sur de Sade, isn't it? I hope that you and your cousin have grown to like it here. But I have little reason to believe you have paid me a visit to exchange civilities. Can I be of service?
可以有什么情报吗？了解一下。
What can you tell me about New Serene?
It's a new city whose construction began not long ago. When I arrived 5 years ago, there was just a port, a fence, and some huts here. The businesses, the barracks of the guard, the palace, and all of the houses sort of sprung up from the ground. To see how impressive it is today, even if it is still far from its majestic mother, is incredible. Of course, with such expanse, all kinds of bandits, drunkards, and other lowlife have arrived. But I'm very proud of it, in spite of everything. I hope that your cousin continues this work.
夫人也是外交官嘛？
What do you know about this island?
Much less than I would like. The land is still wild and extremely rich. Its soils are full of minerals, some of which are unknown to us. With regard to the flora and fauna, you've probably seen how different the creatures and plants are here. The islanders protect their land fiercely, and we cannot begrudge them that. When you see what we have done with our own, well, such a source of richness attracts greed.
岛民
You seem interested in the islanders.
As a matter of fact, I find their culture fascinating, but I can't say I know much about them. They are quite secretive and protect their cult and traditions from the curiosity of strangers. I know that their sages, they call them Donegada, are the guardians of their rituals as well as of the island. They have very strong links with nature and the creatures that inhabit it. They're also good healers. I could talk about them for hours, but you will learn more from the islanders themselves.
守护者，其他邦
What can
国
you。tell me about the relations we have with other nations?
We play a difficult role, caught between these two enemy nations who are nonetheless our allies. The smallest action could tip the balance and draw us into their conflict. If I may offer some advice, be very careful. We do not want a war to break out here.
以商团的角度立场来说，尽量保持中立是比较好的。有东西吗？没有。来，先休息一下。 好，喵喵喵。
Can you help me?
土著商人。
Bertir Tumad on Olmenawi. Why are you dressed like this?
Hello. I'm not one of your people. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation.
A legate? Is that someone important?
Indeed. I'm in charge of diplomatic relationships with other nations.
So you'll be able to help me. My chief sent me to trade some items with your village. But there are these Bod Irony who do not want me to set up shop here.
These what?
Bod Irony. The Ironbacks. The warriors who protect this village. Every time I come, they take my items without giving me anything in exchange. Please, I don't understand how things work here.
Very well. Stay here. I'll try to clear this up.
Adlo Redar on Olmenawi. May the earth always be sturdy under your footsteps.
土著的商人，铁匠。
Greetings. You look like someone who would know how to use a blade. If you're looking for the best steel, you're in the right place. And if you have a special request,
还可以制作的东西，升级。
want armor that fits. Oh.
购买呢？蓝色的耶，近战武器，他只卖近战武器。
Want armor that fits you like a glove? We'll make it for you.
城墙前面可以到外面是吧？去钱币守卫团的酒馆，可以聊天吗？我可以请人喝酒。
Have you been on New Serene for quite some time?
You could say that. I was on the first boat over. When we set foot on the docks, there was nothing here. I was a soldier back in the day, but it turned out, so I went to work building the place. Anything else?
How is business?
Well, extremely well, in fact. The place is always packed. Nothing like the taverns on the continent completely empty since the Malachor hit us. Of course, seeing as it's mostly, we get some pretty rough. Anything else?
有吗？地下室。
I heard there are some interesting activities down in the basement.
Really?
It was a friend of mine who told me.
If you're also up, you'll even find pleasant Anything else?
Nothing then.
地下什么？赌场啊？这里吗？
This part of the establishment is reserved for regular customers who paid an entry fee. Sorry, but I can't let you in.
入场费25块钱。
In that case, allow me to.
We're delighted to have.
好，去看一下。现在看起来很正常啊。他干嘛站着不动？喂，怎么冲到另一个地方来了呢？这里呢？竞技场。
Good day, and welcome to the arena. Is this your first time?
It is.
Excellent. The crowd just loves to see new faces. So, are you ready to rise to the challenge? Or would you like a little reminder of the rules before jumping in? Unless, of course, you're just here to go over the basics and get in some practice.
竞技场战士规则是什么
Explain the rules again.
Certainly. Regular combats take place in groups. 2 of your companions will fight at your side. In order to become a champion, you'll need to win the 5 challenges that become more and more difficult. Each challenge is broken down into 3 rounds. You can take a breather in between each one. But if you give up on a challenge, you'll need to start all over again from the beginning. Once the challenge has been completed, you can fight any of the rounds you've already won again, just for the fun of it.
先不要好了。我们现在等级也许不够应付。好，这边还可以休息，这边真齐全呢。这里又是哪里啊？面试官，哇，死人！监狱。 里面有人吗？东西也太好开了吧！这梦栅栏，然后。 任谁都可以从里面打开，不是吗？这个就是钥匙了。好，这边是金币守卫团的营房，我们上来可以回报任务，对吧？有，帮你们运货的任务。
Captain Kurt. Manfred. Still a quartermaster?
Always, as you can see. What can I do for you?
I met an islander in the streets who was complaining to me about the guards' behavior.
Really?
It would seem that patrols have confiscated the goods he was hoping to sell several times.
Oh, I see. Indeed, I've been told about this man. The problem, Your Excellency, is that our orders are strict. Merchants who do not have a patent ratified by the minister cannot sell their goods in the street. And since your islander doesn't have one, I doubt he even knows what it is, my men have no choice but to confiscate his knickknacks.
I see. Thanks for clarifying that. I'll talk to the minister.
Is there anything else?
获取一个执照。那
We've come
或
to
者是呢
find you regarding the merchandise that Kurt was taking care of.
Ah, the commander's cargo, yes. I was told that had come in. And so he's got you working on this. Lucky Kurt. It helps to have friends in high places.
Is everything in order?
Alas, no. Our merchandise has been unloaded into one of those dock storehouses. They're well guarded. A little less at night, but in spite of that, we weren't able to get them back.
Since these crates are registered in the ship's manifest, make an official request.
The modification of the manifest might have fooled a quartermaster, but it won't fool the port authority. We'd have too many details to explain to them, and our commander would not like that.
What? Is he waiting for us to bring them to him, then?
No, of course not. But Kurt needs to find the right storehouse, as well as a discreet way to get in. And he must also mark the crates that belong to us.
Why is that? They're already marked with an inscription.
Most of the men are illiterate. A coloured mark will stick out for them to find, but they need to be quick about it. They won't have the time to decipher a name.
I see. Well, let's see what we're able to do.
Is there anything else?
还要再潜入他们的仓库，航海团的仓库。 金币。训练室。守卫团。哎，所以徽章不一样，他们是守卫团。哦，这么多，关键拿。要开锁等级1。
Hello, officer.
Excellency, can I do something for you?
Thank you, Lieutenant.
可以对话，之后或许有什么事情可以。外面的户外的训练场，弹药、皮料。看一下，护甲。重量比较重，但它都好像没有直接明写说是重甲或轻甲之类的。装备高级图示。哦哈。关于装备的东西之后可以再慢慢研究吧，有什么样的差异？还是就只有防御力的差异呢？楼上是什么？宿舍，住所。
How are we to know in which warehouse we'll find this damn cargo?
I'm afraid we're going to have to take a look at all of them.
这也是往酒馆了啊。OK， 天黑了，身上重量有点重，我们在可能出城之前也要先整理一下身上的东西，把多的可以卖掉。等一下哦，看一下，我们要调整一下我的火器。药剂，健康药剂我设在1好了，然后2是火器，然后我们的陷阱，还有什么其他东西吗？这些药剂我就暂停，再来点就好了。好，复活粉末，陷阱的话，元素陷阱。魔法、毒素、停滞，这些都设一下。从4开始好了，4、5、6、7，7会有点太远。没关系，先设定，之后使用起来看一下不同的功能，我要怎么去安排吧。然后呢，我要去总督宫殿帮那个商人找到执照。这样看起来这个场还蛮小的嘛。钱币守卫团，等一下哦。钱币守，有那个吗？所以这个是商团的符号咯，不是钱币守卫团的符号，这个才是，这才是守卫团。然后这是航海团，然后蓝色、绿色是侨盟，红色是泰马勒。 耳朵，我们要找谁？从这边找那个外交顾问。房子的格局为什么那么怪异啊
？Minister,
Your Excellency, it is always an honor. How may I serve you?
I would like to talk to you about an islander who's trying to set up shop in our city. Since he doesn't have a patent, his wares get confiscated as soon as he receives them.
And you want me to provide him with the said patent? I would be delighted to show you the procedure to follow so that we may study his request. You'll understand that we cannot give an authorization without having determined the value of the goods beforehand. We must determine the tax rate according to this value, determine the best emplacement for this business. In short, these things take time. A lot of time.
去说服他加快流程，魅力。
I'm certain that my
50%
cousin will be
几率。
delighted to hear that our relations with the natives are progressing in a significant way. And he will probably be very grateful to the minister who helped their first merchant to set up shop in our city.
Indeed.
成功。
I seem to recall reading we could accelerate.
I would think so too.
Very well. Here's the patent that will
这么快。
allow your protege to... You should give him this copy. However, one of my...
Thanks a lot, Minister.
Would you like anything else?
应商许可证。
That'll be all.
Goodbye.
好，有了营业执照。你想要卖什么东西都要先经过检查确认，才可以认可你开始卖啊。好，来把这个拿给他，在哪里啊？这里。哎。
You came back. Something terrible happened.
What is it? I was just bringing you the patent you needed to set up shop.
The Bod Irony came back, and they took my cousin away. He came to bring us animal pelts and new objects from the village. But the warriors came back. They took everything he was bringing me. And they also took him. I don't know what they will do with him. Please, bring him back to me.
I don't see why they would have arrested your cousin, but I'll try to find out.
在哪里？守卫团的营房，看一下，上面有东西，点一个，哎，你这边也太……还有，
Move away. Things are about to get dicey.
还有吗？没了。牧师手套，魔法抗性。OK， 这城里面还真多流氓啊！问一下。
Hello, Your Excellency. What can I do for you?
I've come to see you again to talk about the islander merchant. I managed to obtain a license for him, but he informed me that while I was taking care of this, his cousin, who was making a delivery for him, was arrested.
I'm sorry, Your Excellency. Especially considering you've managed... I'm afraid my men ran out of pay. They wanted to confiscate his cargo. He was thrown in jail for disorderly conduct. If you want to set him free, that's where you must go. I should have known you'd managed to obtain the necessary... Is there anything else?
与监狱主管交谈。
Thank you.
因为在下面。这里吧。
Hello, what can I do for you?
I'm looking for a prisoner, a native who should have been brought here recently.
You're a bit late. He was sent to fight in the arena.
In the arena? So this man was judged?
Whoa there! Do you really think that we would all... He attacked some guards. He's looked... At least in the arena, he has a chance of survival since a power...
This man was only defending the... And now he has to fight for his life.
I have no hand in this. I'm not the one who made this decision.
What did you do with...
They got confiscated, put in this... Anything else?
I must leave you.
找回货物，然后还要想办法救他吧。都在这里。哦，捡起来。还要在竞技场获胜。原来如此，我就不能直接把他救出来吗？好吧。哦，有点累了，差不多先玩到这吧。或许看晚上可不可以再继续。